Yo, what's going on everybody? VGC, and in today's video we're going to be using a team that I made called Chaos Control. This team to me is very fun, simple to use, and it's a very good best out of 3 team for those of you that like more tournament style of play instead of best of ones. But this team is going to consist of Chien-Pao, Urshifu, Regieleki, Miraidon, Regieleki, and Tornadus here. So getting into what this team does pretty much and how it's set up, everything here has such good chemistry with each other, and it can help you bypass a lot of common threats like the Calys, like Cali, Shadow, Cali, Ice Rider. Those are pretty common mons in the restricted format, the most common actually, and this team to me just kind of puts them a little bit in a very, very bad spot. So Chien-Pao here is always going to threaten with Tornadus, with Ice Spinner here, clearing the terrain as well. I prefer Ice Spinner because it gets rid of terrain all in one fell swoop. And then you have Throat Chop here, so that way those Blood Moon Ursalunas could just kind of like not go with Hyper Voice. Big threat to them as well. Protect here just to get out some move information, and then Sucker Punch as well, so that way you threaten things like Calyrex Shadow. And then we have Urshifu here as well, which can be put in tandem with Chien-Pao because of that Sword of Ruin ability. And then we have Choice Band Terra Dark Urshifu. This is going to be the single strike Wicked Blow set. I really like the Wicked Blow set. I think it has a lot to offer. I think Wicked Blow now is in a better position for this format because of the Calys, and also they like most mons like to run Terra Ghost. Something like Incineroar as well is very, very good. It can still get hit by stab with Wicked Blow when it goes Terra Ghost, and then we have Choice Band on it, so that way we're not afraid to lead into Incineroar all the time. And it just depends on how you want to play it. And then we have like Sucker Punch as well for some priority, U-turn, and in close combat. And then we have Regieleki. Regieleki is the only Pokemon in this format in general that raw outspeeds anything. It's a base 200 speed Pokemon. It's so good. It's such a good mon for speed control because it gets things like Electro Web. So Electro Web pretty much is a good spread move. Base 55 damage, but with Transistor, with Stab on top of Choice Specs, we pretty much make that almost equivalent to around like maybe Thunderbolt range, depending on if you go for Helping Hand or not. But we have Thunder Cage on it. Thunder Cage is a good move to clock Covert Cloaks because the secondary effect of Thunder Cage is pretty much getting them trapped inside of a cage of electricity, which hurts them over time by 4 to 5 turns. So it's a good way to clock Covert Cloak Pokemon as well. And then we have Thunderbolt here and then Volt Switch just so we can get in and out to reset that Choice Specs. Tornadus here does exactly what Tornadus has always been doing, so I don't have to explain that. And then we have Regieleki. Regieleki is such a key part of this team because we stop all priority. Fake outs from Incense, invalidated. Sucker Punch, invalidated. Prankster, anything pretty much onto the field but Tailwind is also invalidated. So we don't have to worry about Encores coming in from opposing Whimsicots. And we don't have to worry about anything like priority Thunder Wave or priority Taunt coming in from Tornadus or Thundurus. And then we have a Trick Room here to reverse other Trick Room setters, and then Helping Hand to pretty much help everything get as much damage as possible to either pick up some Okos or do insane damage to very bulky offensive sets and defensive sets. And then we have Foul Play here because it's also good coverage with that min attack stat. And then we have our Miraidon. Our Miraidon is going to be on an Assault Vest. This is going to be a Glass Cannon 252, but the difference is that we have Assault Vest on it, so that way we can also tank those non-Choice Specs Draco Meteors coming in from the other opposing Miraidon. And then we also have Terra Poison on Terra Blast to deal with other Miraidon as well that like to go Terra Fairy. They most likely are Terra Fairy. Most of them usually run that. And then if they're not, this also helps gets rid of like Terra Grass. Terra Grass doesn't stand a chance to it because of the raw attack stat of this Pokemon. So we have Dragon Pulse here instead of Draco. I don't like moves that can miss. I also don't like stat drop moves. So I opt for Dragon Pulse here, and then Electro Drift for that 100 base power boosted hard-on engine. It's just stab, it's just raw damage, and then we also have Volt Switch as well. So this team is very, 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 very fun to use, and it's easy to use at the same time. So yeah guys, that'll be it for the team breakdown. Again, thanks for all that love and support. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Turn on those post notifications and subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you with another one. Later. Okay, cool. Kyogre team. Alright, Kyogre Torn. Interesting. Super, super interesting team here. I still think that there's a lot of value that I can get out of leading with just Regieleki alone, right? I still think there's some value I can get out of leading like Regieleki. I wouldn't lead it first though. Yeah, he's got Incentive Poop on his team, so that kind of makes it a bit difficult to pivot around. But we do have some glass cannons though, for sure. What do? You want to do here? Kind of worried about the Raging Bolt, but I do have like Trick Room Reversal, and he doesn't have any Trick Room, which means that that is probably just Booster. I can definitely see like Booster special attack for sure, and then Terra Grass because it doesn't want to eat Draco Meteor. So I feel like he tries to preserve his Terra onto his win cons, which are basically just Raging Bolt and Kyogre. Okay, so this is pretty much how this is gonna go, right? So with Armatil being present, now we don't have to worry about Fake Out. So essentially what I could do is we can get a little bit of a damage onto that. I can try to check it. And I would like to try to go for just taunt. Ooh. We are faster than his. Okay, he went for the Bleak Wind anyway. Missed the Torn, it's pretty huge. I think it could be vested, maybe. Wow, charge. Okay. So neither one of us gets speed control. Like whatsoever. Neither one of us gets any form of speed control. So now what I want to do is pivot in Regieleki. This is pretty much what I want to do now. And I could go with like Thunder Cage, right? I could always go like Thunder Cage. Or just T-Bolt. See, Electro Web here is good. I can't see them like double pivoting. Yeah, I can't see them doing like a double pivot. But this is an obvious pivot for sure. Into the Annihilate. Okay, so they were probably thinking I went for the Electro Web. Insane damage. So that's gonna chip him off very slowly. Is this enough to kill from this range with Split F drop? It is. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Thunder Cage damage there. So Torn should be coming back in. Yeah, Torn should be coming back in for some speed control. So again, predicting they get the speed control here with Tailwind. I want to say for the mods that we do have left, it wouldn't be very wise, but that's more of a gamble than anything else, right? Because this could essentially just be like Drain Punch. Yeah, it could essentially just be like Drain Punch. Electro Web would be nice to have. It would be very nice to have, but he's faster. I still kind of think, well, I mean, we're specs, right? So I don't have a choice but to go Thunder Cage. Electro Web is an option if I do pivot out, but I think we play safe here. Ooh, good Terra. Dark? Grass. Man, you really don't want to lose that Torn, huh? That's still such insane damage, though. Red Punch? U-turn. You still just can't quite get it. I'm kind of thinking they think that we're on a focus sash on the Regieleki. That's what I'm thinking. And this is when things get unfun. That's fine. Good damage. Good damage. Good damage. Good works. I mean, honestly, at this point, right? Like, why not? Without Tailwind, I am the fastest thing on the field, but I wonder, are you EV'd? Are you scarfed? No, you're not scarfed. I'm still the fastest thing on the field. Goodbye. See, if you were scarfed, you won that. For sure, if you were scarfed, you won that. Finish this there is Annihilate. Annihilate at this point can just do whatever it wants. I mean, realistically, it can just do whatever it wants. Regieleki is pretty much a glass cannon here. It's so fast that a lot of people don't really know its speed tier. It's one of the only underrated mons that can just kind of like compete with like any of the barn animals. Oh, that's crazy. But I call them barn animals, but you guys know get Calyrex and stuff like that. You know, it's one of the only few mons that can like genuinely like compete with it. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to deal with. It's usually on a focus sash, and I think he was playing around it being on the sash. Yeah, honestly. I mean, like, there's really nothing that any of them can do. I'm just gonna Terra for the sake of Terra. I would like to get rid of the Annihilate first, though. It all comes down to the dragon, boys and girls. It all comes down to the dragon. Yep. That's what we terrored. He is back into the green, though. Go to that. And honestly, that's gonna be game. GG is very close fight. Very, very close fight. Ridiculously good team. I just think that people should probably pay a bit more attention to Regieleki's speed tiers. That was a good game. It was a phenomenal game. Alright, so what we got? Pelipper, Rain Team, Ursh, right? Rilla, Miraidon. Okay. I can pretty much understand how most of this team goes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lead for a Giraffe, and I'm going to lead with Regieleki next to it. He's got Pelipper. He's got some speed control. That's the thing, right? He's got some speed control. I wonder if I can kind of win without having to worry too much about speed control. Because like I do kind of want to bring Torn. Like that much I do want to do. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe Torn Regieleki. And then if he goes Incineroar, then I can kind of just still like get things up. Go for Regieleki in the back. I would like Ursh, I really would like Ursh. It'd be really good to bring it, but for this one I gotta have some type of respect for his restricted on a certain level. Because I know for a fact that's Rapid Strikes sitting in the back, so let's see how you navigate. Yep, this is the Incineroar. I'm gonna try to bait this Incineroar into a fake out. That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to bait this Ensign into a fake out. So we're gonna hard swap this in. And then I would pretty much like to go for the Electro Web. Because I know they're gonna T-Win, but I think our T-Win can afford to wait a little bit. Yep, there's the bait for the fake out. And then we do get up Electro Web. And then they get no T-Win because we are Specs and Pelipper just does not stand a chance. Now what do you bring in? Miraidon, of course, of course. Of course, bring in a Miraidon, I respect it. 100%, I respect it. So you enable both of my Mons here. I'm locked into Electro Web, so there's nothing I can do. I am gonna Helping Hand. And we're still gonna go for that Electro Web because I value speed drops on their Miraidon now that they don't have any Tailwind support. So I value speed drop here. Okay, there's a Terra. Terra Ground Terra Blast, is that what I'm smelling right now? No, Terra Electric. Okay, so they want all out damage. They want straight up all out damage. And you know what? I can respect that. I really can. I can respect it. But, you know. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. That sucks. We would miss the Miraidon when it mattered. Okay, so he targets the Regieleki. Okay. Targeting for Regieleki is pretty smart. I think he just kind of wanted the speed check there. I think he wanted the speed check. So he's got Ursh. Yeah, I mean, having Ursh is good. I'm gonna go Torn though. Yep, I'm gonna go Torn here. Yeah, I'm gonna T-Wind. And I wonder if he's sashed or not. That's my thing. I do wonder if he's just on a sash, right? Because see, here's the thing, right? I outspeed both of these with Regieleki. Yeah, I outspeed both of these with Regieleki. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I can just get up a Bleak Wind here. I just need it to hit. This is gambling, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so he's not even sashed on that. Like, at all. He's not even sashed on that. And we get a great speed drop. Goes for the Thunder. Take it. You can take that. and then we go into our own. So, and the thing is like we still haven't even terra'd yet. And now we can Terra. And now we can just free click. That's the one thing that people don't realize, that Regieleki is insanely fast. Yeah, that's a forfeit right there. Regieleki is insanely fast. There is a slim chance you outspeed that. Alright, what do we have for more Calyrex Shadow Rider? Heard you, heard you. I do wonder if they just throw an ensign. Not even gonna really bother with it too much. I'm still kind of thinking that my own chin pout here is good. Maybe. That's the thing, right? Maybe it's good. It's got a lot of physical mons. I think I'm gonna probably try to go. I'm gonna go Ursh here. I need to lead for a giraffe because I do know that fake out pressure is definitely like a presence here. I mean, he's got Incineroar, he's got Rilla. Double fake out pressure is always something that you would want to avoid, but in this meta, in this economy, you're just not gonna get away from it. Ooh, you know, honestly, I like this, but I get the feeling that this is going to be like helping hand in DD, and I don't like that part. So I'm gonna go helping hand of my own here. And my only problem is that if I do exhaust Terra, sure, it most likely will kill, right? But like, I don't want him to be on a sash. That's the scariest part about it, is that it's probably sashed. I haven't seen anything else on his team that requires a sash, so I'm gonna make a very smart choice here. I'm just gonna helping hand, trust in choice specs, and go from there. Okay, this is follow me. I don't really care. I'm still faster than you. A bulk set. Covert cloaked. You're covert cloaked. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he was expecting Regieleki to outspeed him. Yeah, I don't think he was really expecting that. And I don't think he has a defensive Terra into Terra Electric. So this could just be either you sack it or just a hard pivot into something like Rillaboom. So depending on how you want to do this. Okay, so it's a Terra. Could be Terra Gas, who knows? Terra fighting. Okay. Went for Terra fighting. Let's helping him again. We have to hope we land. He also went for the helping hand, that's funny. Oh my. Okay, cool, I don't care. I really thought that just happened to me. Okay. Okay. I'm not out of the woodworks yet. I'm not gonna get too excited, but that's a huge blow to their team. No more Terra, no more restricted. So a common thing that I see with their team is that, like, yeah, you get terrain overridden here, and like, that's cool, that's fun, you know, it's fine. So my thing now is I'm just kind of free to click into Psychic here. This is probably just Woodhammer coming out from it, which would make a lot of sense. It's probably just Woodhammer. And I'm still gonna go for Electro Web. I mean, there's nothing you really do within DD. There's nothing you can do within DD here. Yeah, I knew without helping him that wasn't gonna kill him. And I don't really mind that it didn't. Alright, for Regieleki, outsped Gorilla. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be high horsepower. You sat here on the field for too long. I don't really mind though. Regieleki got so much mileage out of that entire thing. That's fine. Got a lot of mileage out of it. And from that range, helping hand Choice Banded U-turn should kill. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it should definitely kill, right? Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Terra Water on that one. And then we go U-turn. So that way I can sorry about that. I can live Drain Punch. I think I live Drain Punch anyway. I don't think I even needed to Terra here. But if I can get rid of this Rillaboom, then I'm fine. I don't need to worry about high horsepower anymore. Can't fake out me, so. Alright, Rilla's down. We don't have to worry about high horse. Ooh, crit. And this should be Drain Punch, right? Maybe it's Drain Punch into my Earth slot. It probably is Drain Punch into the Earth slot. So it could be into for a Giraffe, right? And the thing is, like, I give them like free Quirk Drive boost. So, and honestly, like, that's fine at this point because we activate our own Electric Seed here. So I live a Drain Punch kind of like no matter what. Yeah, see, that does like so much damage to me, but we don't really care. I kind of just want to test out and just go this. I mean, I don't really care if you get rid of my restricted, truthfully. Yeah, I don't really care too much. You can get rid of the Miraidon, or you just go for Wild Charge, that's fine. See, me, personally, I'm petty. I would have gone for the restricted. And then we can just pivot back in our Urshier and clean up. That's gonna be game. Regieleki is so good, gets so much mileage. I think more people are probably just going to start using it. I hope more people start using it because it's one of the only Pokemon in this game that just full-on outspeeds Calyrex Shadow no matter what. Like, it just outspeeds it, even Timid. So you can run this Regieleki so many different ways. But that was a good game. That was a good fight. We took out the Calyrex. I speak for most players when I say this. We hate that thing.